Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this afternoon, this time for an album review, and this time it's for one of the album reviews, and then the next review is going to be a deluxe edition review for the Seether Seavis Pacem Parabellum deluxe edition review. So, yeah, this is an album review for Imagine Dragons' new album, Mercury Act 2, that I just got done listening to for this 58-minute album of a listen. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 2 album and let you know my thoughts on all 18 songs. So let's dive into this album review. Now it starts with Bones, the which was the first single for this album. This one was okay, but I don't like the auto-tune voice. My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Lyric. It sounds weird with how uh what's his name, Dan Reynolds is singing. I was starting to forget his name, so please forgive me on that. But it's just weird with the production sound and the mixing. But the song's okay. It plays it a little safe, to be honest. So 3 out of 5. Symphony was had its quirky moments with how Dan Reynolds is singing the song, but I think it's average for what it goes for. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. It's just the melody is sort of wonky at times, but there are some execution points in the track that can be a little strong, and then there's some that can be pretty weak. So 3.5 out of 5 for Symphony. Sharks was the second single we got last week, and this single is average. The Swevels lyric is a little weird. I'm like, I don't know if I like that lyric and how he's singing it because he's trying to flow Dan Reynolds is. So I don't know if that's working on in my opinion. So it's not impressing me that much, but the song is average, so 3.5 out of 5. I don't like myself. I had some strong points, but there were some weaker moments in the track with how the execution and the overall sound to the song is executing, in my personal opinion. So I think I Don't Like Myself is an average track. It has some production problems at times, but then there's some other production sounds in the song that can sound pretty good. So yeah, I Don't Like Myself's getting a 3.5 out of 5. Blur is a average track. Didn't hate this one, just I'm indifferent about this one, so 3.5 out of 5. It's got some wonky tones, like Dan Reynolds' tone in his voice in this song and how he's singing it. And sorry about that thunder and all that. It's about to rain where I'm at pretty soon, so yeah, I am very sorry about that you heard that, because it's gonna really rain where I'm at pretty soon. So it's freaking summer weather. It's where I live at. It's just rains like crazy. So please forgive me on that sound. But yeah, Blur, 3.5 out of 5. Didn't hate this song. Just I'm indifferent about it. Higher Ground is an okay track. It has some wonky tone lyrics with how not tone lyrics, just the tone in Dan Reynolds' voice and how he's singing the song. Don't know if I can get on board with, but it's an okay track. It plays a little safe, so 3 out of 5. Crushed has some weird falsetto uh, vocals from Dan Reynolds in this track, but some of the production's not bad. It just depends on how the song is executing, I guess. So I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It has some falsetto moments with Dan Reynolds singing in it that I don't know if I can get behind and call it impressive. So, yeah, 3 out of 5. Take It Easy is a average song. Didn't hate this one, just don't know how I feel about it right now. Um it's got like Dan Reynolds and some backing vocalists singing in the track, and it's like a doesn't have really a beat to it. It has a beat to it, but it just the melody for the music doesn't come into the song until after they start singing the first opening verse, I guess. So 3.5 out of 5 for Take It Easy. It's not a bad track, it's just average. Waves was a pretty average single. Not single, but an average song, I meant to say. Thought it was a single. Please forgive me if I said single. It's a song on the album, just a regular song. But Waves was not that bad. It was an average song too. I think most of these tracks I gave like 3.5s, and I'm a little stronger than that of a rating, but other than that, Waves was an average song. Didn't hate it, just don't know how I feel about it. 3.5 out of 5. I'm Happy was one of the worst songs in my opinion. Um, I don't really like how it's sounding with Dan Reynolds singing in it, and the production and mixing is a little wonky. So 2.5 out of 5. I kind of was disappointed with this one. Ferris Wheel was another disappointing one in my opinion. So I'll give this a 2.5 out of 5. I don't know how I feel about it. I just have to go back and listen to this song again. But I remember not really liking it as much with how Dan Reynolds is singing the track. And with his falsetto, it's just not working for me. 2.5 out of 5. Peace of Mind was an average song. Didn't hate it, just I think they're trying too hard to make it sound good, this album. But in retrospect, it's not the best album, but it's an okay listen, but still. Peace of Mind is getting a 3.5 out of 5. I gotta breeze through the rest of the track list so I can get ready to rate it soon. But I'm almost done, so yeah. Sirens is an average song too. Didn't hate it, just don't know how I feel about it right now. Um, the way Dan Reynolds is singing it, it's not so bad. And I know I keep repeating myself and getting repetitive. I'm just trying to explain the best way I can on how the song sounds. The verses are pretty strong. The chorus is sort of strong, I guess. Um, and just the way it sounds, it's average of a listen. So 3.5 out of 5. Tide was an average track in my opinion. Didn't hate it. Just I think it's an average listen in my personal opinion. So 3.5 out of 5. Younger was a decent song. This is where the album starts to end at a better note. So they're trying a little bit harder to make it sound a little good. So 4 out of 5 for Younger. I like some of the song, but it's decent in my opinion. I wish had some lyrics that pertain to, I guess, the loss of his sister or whatever that died from cancer, which I'm really sorry that he went through that. Because that's got to be very rough. But still, the track was decent overall, but there was the tone in Dan Reynolds' voice with how he's singing in it is kind of sounding vulnerable, but still, I think it's a decent song for what it went for. So, 4 out of 5. Continual featuring Corey Henry was another decent track. Didn't hate it, just there were some moments where I liked it with his falsetto, Dan Reynolds, and Corey Henry's singing was pretty solid. He didn't do much in the track, but it was solid. So 4 out of 5. And They Don't Know You Like I Do was a mellow song. So you're getting the last two songs being mellow. So you'll probably like the songs, but in my personal opinion, I think they're decent. So 4 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution. I think Imagine Dragons' Mercury Act 2 album was a okay album. Um, wasn't my personal favorite. I think they played it a little too safe and tried a little too hard to make it sound good. And there were moments where I kind of thought it was okay to listen to. So overall, I think Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 2 is an okay listen. It's tolerable to listen through. It's not the worst, but there's two songs on here that I don't like, which is I'm Happy and Ferris Wheel. Those ones are just cringe, in my opinion. Don't know if I'd come back to it again. But this is a better album than the first act, Mercury Act 1. It's better than Mercury Act 1 for sure, by quite a bit. So, first score for me, I'm giving Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 2 a 6.5 out of 10. This was okay. It's going to be on my okay to meh albums of 2022 by the end of the year. So, you'll definitely see it on that list. They're improving. I'll give them that, but not to the point where I think the song structurally, some of the song structures in most of this album can be somewhat cringy, and some of the lyrics can be somewhat hit or miss for some people. But still, um, Imagine Dragons did okay this time around, so 6.5 out of 10 in my personal opinion. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 2 album if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys this afternoon, and sorry that you heard that thunder around the 3-minute mark of the video or somewhere around there. It was just thundering really bad, and it's going to be raining where I'm at pretty soon. I think. I don't know. Probably sometime this afternoon, but I'll just wait and see. But if you did enjoy this album review that I did for you guys for Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 2, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for Seether's Sevis Pacem Parabellum Deluxe Edition review, because that's the next review I'll be doing. And then I'll get to some track reviews afterwards. So, yeah. With that being said, hope you enjoyed this lengthy album review for Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 2 album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Keep in mind this is strictly my opinion. If you don't agree with my opinion, then you'd have to watch someone else to see if they like it or not. But I did the best I could with breezing through the track list and rating them for what they were and giving my honest thoughts on it. So you get what you get, I guess. So stay safe, guys. Take care. I'll have another video come out as soon as I can, and as always, I will see you in my next review.